Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure is a paddle out on the Deer River Flow. The leaves are all changing. The weather's getting cooler. That means I got to break out the wetsuit. Let's go get it on and get paddling. Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. I am on Deer River Flow. You can see that the leaves are in full bloom. I mean, look at that mountain right over there. All the color heading all the way up there. This is Deer River Flow, or at least part of it. The main body of the flow is up further. I'm going to get there in a little bit, but I wanted to start the camera up to show the leaves are in full bloom, which brings the cool weather with it. Deer River Flow is located in the Barr Wild Forest area. Past the dam, if you go past the dam, there's the Deer River State Forest and the Deer River Primitive area where there's free camping there. I think there's 6 to 8 free camping sites on the Deer River past the dam. And but this area here, Deer River Flow, is a minefield. If you get over on the edges, there's stumps right over here I can see. When I say minefield and from the kayak, that means that there's stumps in the water that you can run upon. We all know my adventure in a little clear pond with stumps that just about got the best of me, but I've paddled this before. I stayed at the Deer River Campground 5-6 years ago, and I paddled Deer River Flow. I had my old kayak then. I had my old Pelican then. And I've had this now for 5 years, so it's been more than 5 years. So the owner of the campground over there, Gil, he is in the Duane Fire Department, and this is all in the town of Duane here. And so he spent some time at my site, and there's a guy that worked at the campground, and I do believe he was a retired fire chief from a city in Massachusetts. So yeah, we sat there around the fire sharing stories. And Gil actually has the Duane fireboat parked at his campground for rescues or whatever on the flow here. But this time I am staying at Meacham Lake DEC Campground, which is right down the road, a couple miles down the road. I'll have a review out on that later in the future, but I'll tell you what, it was chilly at night, and the camper next to me, I could not figure it out last night. Their furnace was running all night long, and I'm like, how are they powering that up? Now I have solar and I can run my furnace sparingly, but their furnace was going all night long, and I'm like, how are they doing that? So when I went over there this morning, I didn't notice this yesterday. I came in late afternoon yesterday and I didn't notice it, but their rig, they have an Airstream, which is an expensive rig in itself. Holy cow, it's a really expensive rig. But the 7 solar panels on the roof and lithium batteries, and that explains how they can run their furnace all night long, because I know they were out by the fire until about 7:45 last night, and then they went in and I could tell they had a TV going because you could see the flicker through the window shades, and they had a light on and they had their outside light on and the furnace was going, and I'm like, that's a lot of power to be using. Now on my system, I can run everything in my camper except for my microwave and my air conditioning, but I can't run my furnace all night long without depleting my batteries. And this time of year, we're in October, we don't have enough daylight, and plus I'm in leaf cover at Meacham Lake. I can't recharge my system to a full charge this time of year because we don't really get sunlight until 8 o'clock in the morning, and then it's in tree cover, so it's got to be noon before I really start getting good sunlight, and it's 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock when the sun is already heading down. So, but they got 7 panels on top of that rig, so they got to have $8,000 to $10,000 into that solar system. And they were watching on TV. They're streaming on TV. There's no cell service at Meacham Lake. At least I don't have any. They have a big antenna on their rig that they're pulling in, not a TV antenna. They're pulling in their cell phone signal. They got a big that's capturing the cell phone signal, and they're streaming TV in their rig. So they have it all set up. They're from Quebec, and it is a nice camper. And yes, it is I'm going to show this one more time here. The leaves are just in their full bloom. Early October here. I do have my wetsuit on just in case. The water temperature, it's cold, but it's not freezing cold, but I bet you it's in the 50s now. It's amazing how in the spring, in May, you go to the water and it's like, the water is like 48 degrees. And then in a week's time, it goes from 48 degrees to like 68 degrees. And same thing in the fall. You got nice 74 degree water, 70 degree water to go swimming in. And within a week, it goes from 74, 70 to 50 degrees. So it's pretty amazing how quickly that stuff happens. But I'm going to finish out my paddle here, and maybe I can run across the moose. Moose sightings all over the Adirondack right now. The moose are traveling. This is their breeding time. They are ornery right now, so maybe a moose will pop out. Cross our fingers. Alright folks, you watched all the way through. Thanks for that. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below. Continue to follow the adventure. And remember, folks, tomorrow is no guarantee for any one of us. So disconnect from that Wi-Fi, connect to this out here. You won't be disappointed.